welcome back to cooking class. I'm Laura and we're going to be doing Mirepoix today, which is just a fancy French word for a specific blend of vegetables. I've done some already and I'm just going to do the last ones with you. I did wash my hands before I started. Even though we're going to cook this, I still like to do that. So we're going to do carrots, celery, and onions, and that is the mixture of vegetables that goes in Mirepoix. And this is going to be used in a lot of soup bases, so this is really an important thing to know how to make. So I'm going to peel a carrot. I've got my garbage can next to me, but I'll do it here in front of the camera. And we're going to peel away from us and just get all that outer skin off. It's very sharp. If I see little cracks in it like that, I just use the tip to kind of scoop that out a little. Since you can't peel the inside. I know, I probably a little OCD. I actually do have OCD, so. Okay, there we go. And most people say that you can either wash or peel the carrots. And again, yes, full disclosure, I do have OCD. I like to do both. So I've peeled it. I'm going to go rinse this off. Okay, now take your favorite knife. Mine is this kind right here, this shape, which I believe is called a Santoku knife. And put the tip of it on the board so that you can stabilize it. We're always going to keep our fingers curled in and away from the blade. Hold the tip of the knife down and then rock the knife down and take off the end. Now we're going to do that same thing lengthwise. I'm going to get a little bit of a, I'm going to hold stable right here. My hands are like this, still away from the knife. And I'm going to kind of rock the knife into there. Now it's steady. I can put the tip of the knife on the board, hold it down, and rock. Now we have a flat surface, so we can keep that really nice and stable, and we can cut this. If you want smaller pieces, you're going to cut lengthwise a few more times than I'm going to do right now, because the mirepoix I'm making right now is going to be used in chili, and I want that to be nice, thick, chunky pieces, nice and hearty. So, tip of the knife on the board. You can keep your fingers up out of the way and rock the knife down. And once you've got all your lengthwise, you're going to go this way and do the same thing. Like that. And if you switch to going like this, still keep your tip of the knife on the board. Keep your fingers curled in. And we're going to just keep rocking the knife as we pull our fingers farther and farther away. Okay. Slide that up, and we're going to put those in the pot. For my recipe, I normally do about 1 pound of carrots and about a half of one of these stalks or heads of celery, and then approximately 2 onions. So I'm going to take my last stalk of celery to show you because I've done the rest. And I'm going to go wash all this dirt off. Sometimes it's got more than others. This one is a very dirty piece of celery. And I'm going And take a knife again. I'm gonna chop off this little brown bit because that doesn't look nice. But if you have leaves on the end, you probably want to keep those. The leaves have a lot of nice flavor in them. And I'm gonna slice this tip of the knife and slide it all the way down. And then you can use that wherever you think it's a little too thick for you. Put your knife in there and slide it down. And for me, even if I am using a chunkier chop here, I don't do that with my celery because I really dislike the flavor and texture of just biting into a chunk of celery. Personally, I just don't like it. And if you don't mind it, that's fine. But I'm going to chop these as small as possible so they can just kind of disintegrate into the mixture as it cooks. And it's worse for me. The flavor is stronger when you've got those outer stalks that are they're older, but those really young, tender stalks in the center are nice and mild. Okay, so we've done that. We're gonna do an onion now. I did one onion, so I'm gonna show you the next. I'm gonna cut this end off and this end off over here. Then I'm going to make a little notch so I can take the outer layer off. And there are other ways to do this. The way I like to do it is to set the flat side down and press like this. And set these flat sides down. And you can see the little half circles. That's what we're going to be cutting, half circles all the way down. Just slide the knife down and out a little bit. Down and out, away from you. Then I'll turn it and do the dices. Start on one side. I like to turn to the other side before it gets too unstable. I don't mind if I have larger chunks at the top, but you do want them to be relatively even. The more even you cut your vegetables, and the more evenly they will cook. Okay, slide that into the pot. Okay, so your goal here is to come up with this kind of ratio. So just like when you're learning fractions and you've got like this pie, you've got half, you want about half of it to be onion, and about 1/4 to be celery, and about 1/4 to be carrot. And that is your ratio for Mirepoix. And like I said, we're going to use that to make a lot of different kinds of soups, like the chili I'm going to make, or chicken stew. Sometimes I do want to put this in the freezer, but I also don't like to when the onions are raw because the scent of the onions just kind of permeates everything else in the freezer. Same with the fridge. But if I cook them down, my eyes are watering, burning. If I cook them down first and then store them, I find it works a little better. So that's the Mirepoix, and I will see you in the next video.